Hello, everyone. This is JD Calderon, and this is Indy Comics Explained. And yet again, I brought on another fantastic guest. It's been a few weeks since I've done one of these, but we got to get back into the groove. But before then, please hit like, hit subscribe, let everybody know we're bringing on some fantastic guests. I've spoken to this gentleman before, but before we bring him on, I just want to let everybody know we are doing a Kickstarter currently for the Oswald Chronicles, and it's for we were just passing through. It's these are the first two issues. And we also have issues 3 and 4. All available right now. It's in the show notes. And we also have on our guest, and he's also has a Kickstarter running, and is also in the show notes. So without further ado, please, let's welcome our guest, Mr. Rodney Fyke. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Like I said, this is part 2 for us. We've done this before,
Yes.
So now we get to do it again, which is awesome. So
We're back.
yeah, we're back. So Rodney, I mean, I see you do your new campaign.
Mhm.
It's a Pitter Patter, right? But your campaign before this, and we were just talking about this just before the show, was Roadkill Rampage,
Yes.
right? So please let me know, how is it that you get from Roadkill Rampage, which is roadkill horror, running over people,
Adult themed.
adult themed, yes, comic book, to Pitter Patter, which is obviously the exact opposite. About cats and nice things, and all ages.
Well,
So how do you get from one to the other?
it's my moods.
Gotcha.
I go through. I don't know, man. I've got so many voices and so many stories and stuff in my head at any given time. It makes it really hard to sleep. But we did a kid's book for 7 years, Peanut Pudding and Jelly, and we kind of got pigeonholed into, oh, that's the guy that does the cute little kids book, and I wanted to stretch my writing wings to do something more adult oriented. And for some reason, the story of Roadkill Rampage came to me when I was working. I drive fleet cars and trucks and stuff like that. Pick them up and deliver them all throughout the 5 surrounding areas. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio. So I see a lot of roadkill on the roads, which sparked the idea for the story. And then Pitter Patter just, we have three regular cats, and we rescue cats. And we do hospice cats as well. So my studio is in the basement, and all day long, I hear the pitter patter of the feet upstairs as they're running around and playing and wrestling with each other and all that goofy stuff. And we were just sitting around talking about how funny and cute it was to listen to them, thump away above me. And that's just kind of where that was born. And my characters talk to me. So they literally talk to me. So I just start writing whenever they start talking to me. And whatever it's dialogue, and I'll jot it down, or I've got my phone, and I'll just start talking into the phone, and that's how that's the basis of the story. Then I just build out from there to get my stories. But yeah, I've got spooky, dark, and scary, and I've got cute, cuddly, and squishy, and
No, that's fantastic. Yeah, I've got to do something like that. I've gone from writing adult material to writing the Oswald Chronicles, so it's like, yeah. So I get
see,
you.
so you know.
Oh yeah.
What did you say, baby? And I just wrote a parody book.
Oh, okay, cool. Now, when is that one coming out?
That's already out.
Okay.
It's called Power Ninja Tunes. It is. It takes the Power Rangers, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Looney Tunes, and wrap them all into one, and you get 24 characters in a story spanning multiple universes and galaxies, fighting for ultimate domination. And I wrote the story based on an outline that I was provided, and my buddy in crime, Sean Forney, He did the pencils. I wrote the story. He did the pencils. I did the inks, and he did the colors.
Gotcha.
And it's from Jolzar Collectibles. It's a man out in, what is it, Sacramento, right around Sacramento, California. And so he's doing it out there.
Right.
So he went to Power Morphicon and debuted it there and all kind of fun stuff. So we did that over the winter. That was one of those things you and I were talking about backstage where he gave us a deadline and we nailed it.
Oh, that's good.
So but we had to go back and do some revisions. But yeah, so we've got that under our belts and worked on some various, helped Sean with some inking. He does a lot of stuff with Marat Michaels, Do You Poo and Tigumverse parody books. Been helping him out with some inks on some of those books as well. So yeah, I'm staying busy.
No, listen, that's a good thing. Now, how many campaigns is it? Because I know Roadkill and this one. How many other campaigns have you done?
Just these two.
Just these two. Okay.
Yes.
So let me ask you this: what is the biggest takeaway you've gotten from the last campaign that you're applying to this campaign?
Being prepared and planning ahead.
I like your coaching system.
Yeah, that's real slick, isn't it? But I mean, it's true though, because having never done a Kickstarter before, we didn't know what we were doing. So some of the mistakes we made was we spent money where we shouldn't have spent money.
Gotcha.
On stuff that we thought we needed that we really didn't need. And just, the understanding of the stress and the ups and downs and the lull in the middle and just all the things that are built into the Kickstarter experience. The second time around, you know what's coming, you know what to expect. Right. So it was much easier to prepare for. Through the process of elimination, we didn't do certain things, and that saved time to prepare for the second one because we were learning. We weren't repeating the same mistakes the second time around. So, yeah, and just the preparedness.
All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, wow, I've done 22 campaigns so far.
That's impressive.
Psycho is more like it.
Well, Psycho, I was being nice.
Insane is really, where it's at. Because I'm like prepared. Have I ever really prepared when I do one of these? So yeah. My wife Daphne, she's always prepared.
Yes, well, that's my wife Tina. If it wasn't for her, woo.
Right. Yeah. The women. Yes.
The women behind the men.
Yes, we have to be grateful for them saving us.
Exactly.
So, I mean, obviously, you're going through this process of creating stories and all these characters. What is your favorite part of that process?
The dialogue.
Oh, okay.
I love writing. Nice. I love writing dialogue because it's when it comes to me in my head, it's so real. It's so vibrant in my head. It's there, and I can picture it. And I found that the best way to get it down before I lose it is to pick up the phone and talk it into the voice recorder.
Nice.
That way I don't lose any of it because I can't write that fast. I can't type that fast. But yeah, to me, because I'll play with the line, the characters going back and forth, and I'll let it happen organically, and I'll think, okay, is there a way I can work that better for a better laugh or a better hook or a better something? And if there's something else there, it'll come. And if I found that if I try too hard, if nothing else is there and it works the way it is, and I try to force something else to come, it doesn't work. So it's not meant to be. Let it go and go with what you've got.
Right.
It goes back to the old adage of write what you know. So if it's coming to you organically, then it's something that's coming from a place that you know, go with it.
Right. Now, that's interesting. Now, because you just told me a little bit about yourself, like what you do for a living, right? So you spend a lot of time by yourself.
Yes.
Right.
A lot of time.
Right. So, I mean, during that time, are you sitting there going through this dialogue, having these inner monologues, with yourself, living through vicariously through these characters in your head?
Absolutely. And not just in my head. I walk around all the time and I'm talking, and Tina will say, "Are you talking to me again? Or what? Hello?" And she'll ask me. She said, and she knows now. She'll say, "Are they talking to you again?" Mm-hmm. And if I say yes, she knows to leave me alone, because I have to get it down. Mm-hmm. So it took her a while to get used to that, but I think she's pretty used to it now. But yeah, because when I work, I usually work half of the day. I work alone, because one half of the day I'm with whoever I'm with. Right. They're driving with us to a location, so when I come back, I'm by myself, or vice versa. So yeah, and then when I'm at home in the studio, I'm by myself. There's nobody else down here. So yeah, but I've got plenty of friends to keep me company.
No, it's funny because I'm a little bit opposite, right? Because I'm a manager in retail, right?
Okay.
I'm a manager in these big box stores, so I'm talking to people all day.
I'd say.
Yeah, I'm talking to people all day, and I'm picking. And usually it's funny because some of the more choice pieces of dialogue, it's not so much dialogue, but it's like phrases. Uh-huh. And you just get by listening, and not necessarily eavesdropping, but you're just walking by and you just catch something.
You pick it up through osmosis. Yeah.
Exactly. You're just like, oh, that's interesting, and then it's just it's just working in one of those places you get to talk to a lot of different people.
Yeah, and that's great, because that's just endless, endless supply of stuff. I get that on the radio if I listen to music. A line from a song, boom, I've got a story.
Right. Yep.
So it's always churning.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely. No, that's awesome. Here's one for you. All right. So you've done a couple of campaigns. Now, what was I've done a bunch, but who was your big influence in saying, I want to try Kickstarter? Like, who was the creator that you saw and you was like, you know what? I like what that guy is doing. I think I can replicate what that person is doing.
Honestly, our good friends, Sean and Stephanie Forney.
Okay.
We've gotten to be friends with them over the years, and during the pandemic, we just kind of got together and joined forces, and we do our podcast that we do on Thursday nights and Friday nights. It's called Thursday Night Throwdown and Friday Night Draw. And we're on both nights at 8:00 Eastern, and we do a 30-minute live or 30-minute sketch off, where we pick a character or two characters, like the Wasp and Ant-Man, or the Vision and Scarlet Witch, and he'll do one and I'll do the other. Right. And the sketches are available during the live sketch off, and then after that we either work on commissions or whatever else, and we just talk nerdy stuff for about an hour and a half, 2 hours on Thursdays and Friday nights. So they, those two, Sean and Stephanie Forney, they do Scarlet Huntress, which is their creator-owned IP. And their latest campaign was a Scarlet Huntress's Field Guide to Cryptids and Other Creatures. And I wrote 3 stories in that, and I think I have 2 illustrations in that. So yeah, they've kind of been our right-hand man and woman, and they're definitely the biggest influence as far as deciding that we can do this Kickstarter thing if you help us.
Gotcha. Now that's cool. Other than like Kickstarter, do you use any other platforms to like fund your projects? Like, you going through, I don't know, Amazon, through was it Comixology, or one of these other platforms to raise funds?
No.
Okay.
Just Kickstarter.
Just Kickstarter. Okay. All right, cool. I mean, yeah, I mean that's fine. It's just I've gotten into a lot of conversations about I guess diversifying where you get your funding from. You know, getting multiple sources of streams of income, basically.
Yeah. Well, we were getting streams of income at shows, doing shows,
Right.
but we haven't had a lot of shows. I do commissions,
Mm-hmm.
and then doing the additional work for the other people has brought in revenue as well.
Right. Now, are you doing any shows anytime soon?
Actually, yes, we are. We've got Gem City Comic Con, which is in Dayton, Ohio, coming up in 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Friday is a Saturday, Sunday show.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got September is going to be brutal. We've got 3 shows, 3 weeks in a row.
Nice. I remember those.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we've done 2 already. We did Huntington, West Virginia. That was our first show back post COVID. And then I just did a couple of weeks ago Anime Ohio, which was an anime convention here in Cincinnati,
right?
Which went surprisingly well.
That's good.
Yeah, it was. We had an opportunity to sit in a booth with a buddy of ours who had extra space, and we went. It didn't cost anything because it's here in Cincinnati, so no travel, no lodging or anything, and nice. It was nice. Very, very nice turnout, and did very well.
That's good. Now, like before COVID and now, like, do you see any differences in the? I guess in the customers. Did you see anything? Any real? Like, are they more excited?
Yeah, they are more engaged. And they want books. They want independent books. A huge thirst for independent stuff, which is good for us.
Right.
So, that was one of our biggest takeaways from both of those shows. Actually, is people wanting the thirst for independent stuff.
Gotcha. I'm just putting this up because this is Sean Forney.
Yeah.
And the message isn't coming up. He said, "Hey, dudes, how you doing, Sean?"
Hey, Sean.
No, it's just weird because it's usually it gives me the little thing on the bottom like where is it? I don't know. I guess StreamYard is glitching.
Uh-oh.
So, technology. There's been a lot of lightning out here, so I don't know. Maybe it's that. My wife was like, it freaked her out earlier. She was like, it turned off all the computers.
Uh-oh.
Like, yeah, never a good thing, especially what she's coloring. So she's like, yeah. So now, what do you find yourself doing differently? Like, so you did your first campaign. What do you find yourself doing differently in this campaign? Because I know you prepared, obviously, but like, do you find yourself looking for more stretch goals, or are there other add-on things you're looking to do? Like, what are you doing to like really, make it a little different, I guess, for your customers?
What'd you say?
I said, do you need help?
She asked me if I needed a little help answering that question. And I'm going to say yes.
What was the question again?
What do we find ourselves doing anything different now with this campaign?
From the other one.
From the other one.
From the prior.
Well, I didn't have so many levels because now I have the ability to do the add-ons.
Right.
And that seems to be working really well. So we went that route this time. I felt like with Roadkill we had too many options for people. And I felt like it kind of, I don't know if it confused people or overwhelmed them, but I feel like, we've only been live since yesterday at 8 o'clock, but I feel like it's cleaner and like people are adding the add-ons where before they couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, only doing 2. It's been, it's not as stressful this time. Rodney's doing more promotion. That's what Rodney's doing different this time.
Yeah.
We've got Rodney making posts.
Yeah. Sean Forney writes in, help Tina help.
Yeah, because they know that she's the backbone of the Kickstarters. We have this running joke that my job is to sit there and look pretty and draw pictures.
Right.
Gotcha.
Well, yeah, and we're producer A and producer B. Stephanie, Sean's wife, she's producer A, and producer B is me. And like Stephanie sets up the Kickstarters and stuff, and then Sean promotes them. So we're teaching Rodney how to promote this time. That's Rodney's new role in the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Last Kickstarter we taught him how to go on podcasts. This time we're teaching him how to promote.
Nice.
Yes, I can be taught.
As I like to tell my wife, I'm learnable.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, she's the brains of the operation with us as well, and I get to lift the heavy boxes. That's my job.
There you go.
Is that box heavy? I'll take that for you. Let me get that.
I got it.
Yeah, I got it. Exactly. Now, so let's talk a little bit about Pitter Patter. I mean, like, what was the genesis of this? I know you were talking about they're running back and forth, but I see these cute cats. Like, what's it about? Like, what do people should expect from this project?
They should expect to laugh. It's about two house cats that are from different sides of the track. Buddy's from the more rough and tumble streets, and Dude is a shelter cat, and he's used to living a more sheltered life. So when they encounter situations in the world, they're looking at it, they're each looking at the same situation through different colored lenses.
Right.
So you have that back and forth of differing opinions. And I try very much. I grew up on Looney Tunes, and Tom and Jerry, and Abbott and Costello, when even to some extent Martin and Lewis. So I'm used to that back and forth. The straight guy and the clown and stuff like that. So it is very heavily influenced by that stuff. More so Looney Tunes than anything, because I love Looney Tunes. So that's always my benchmark, to make it as much like Looney Tunes as possible. Whereas when we were kids, we didn't realize that a lot of the gags and jokes were for the adults, because we didn't understand why Mom and Dad were behind us laughing as much as we were, because they were getting it on a whole different level than we were. So that's what I try to recreate with Pitter Patter.
Gotcha. Now, so obviously, as far as the style, are you the artist or you're just writing on this one?
I am the artist. We're doing backup stories now. Actually, Sean Forney is doing a story in issue 1 that I wrote, and he's doing he did all the pencils and everything for the book. And we decided last weekend that I'm going to go ahead and ink it, and I'm going to color it, and if he wants to, he can go and add a little bit of. He's a much better colorist than I am, so he has the option, if he would like, to go in and add a little flair here and there to some of the colors.
But that's just the 6-page short story.
But that's just the 6-page short story. In the main story, it's all me: artist, writer, inker, colorist. Hey, there's Cameron.
Oh, see this one now it's working. He says he is a young Padawan.
That
was from the comments from earlier.
Okay.
And then Cameron. Oh, okay, now it's working. Say, hey guys, my name is Sean. How you doing, Cameron?
Hey, what's going on, Cameron? Cameron's a good guy. He lives down in Tennessee.
Nice. So, I mean, where is just a series of short stories you're producing with the characters? Yeah.
We kind of fell into a format where we're going to do the main story, which is a full story. It's going to be a full 23-page story, and then we're going to add a 4 to 6 page story in the back as well. We want like a nice good book with a lot of good content, and there's so many stories we want to tell, and the world of Pitter Patter has just grown exponentially so much with additional characters. Every time I sit down to write a scene, it seems like I come up with a new character. So we have to have a way to introduce those characters. So we have the backup stories. So because Sean's doing the backup story in issue 1. I actually did the backup story in issue 2, And then we have a wonderful artist, Nate Lovett, out of the Columbus area, that's going to be doing the backup story for issue 3.
Cool. Nice. Now, how many more issues? Like, all right, so you got the 2 issues. How many more issues do you have planned out that you're looking to do?
I think it's just going to be an ongoing. We haven't really planned anything out as far as like a main story arc. We have no Infinity Stone, Infinity Gauntlet thing planned out as of yet. But yeah, right now it's just, I think it's still growing,
Right.
So I'm going to let it fester for a while. And then eventually get to a point where we decide, okay, it's where it needs to be, and can we work all this? And we have a lot on the story for issue 3. It's branched off into several different directions, so there are a lot of connector points. But yeah, it's eventually all going. I mean, it all connects, but whether or not we do, big interconnecting story that's going to take 6 issues to tell, time will tell.
Okay. Now they're never, is your universes like Stephen King's, where it's all connected, so we might see them in Roadkill Rampage?
That's been suggested.
Okay. Yeah, I would love to see the cats driving the car.
We could see now they're talking to me.
There you go.
We could make that happen. We could definitely. Yeah. I could see the old Dodge Charger making a drive by the old Pitter Patter universe. We could make that happen.
See the
do what? I do kill animals in Pitter Patter. Oh, that's right. Oh, she's right. She brought up a good point. There is somebody that does meet his demise in issue 2 of Pitter Patter.
All right, hold on. Let me see if. Okay, here we go. Maybe there. Critter Splatter.
Critter Splatter. One of the guys that is a regular in the comments of Thursday Night Throwdown is suggested Critter Splatter is the name of the letters page for our Pitter Patter, because it incorporates Roadkill Rampage and Pitter Patter. So.
Gotcha. Oh, that's cool. So, yeah. I mean, we've spoken before, and I know we've gone into some of this stuff. So, who would you say? I mean, obviously, you said Looney Tunes is a huge influence for you in doing this, but in comics, who would you consider like a huge influence on you and your work, like your writing?
My writing, John Byrne, Chris Claremont, Marv Wolfman. Oh, geez. Frank Miller. Garth Ennis.
Nice.
Who else?
I know where the Roadkill Rampage comes from.
Yeah.
With the Garth Ennis, like, that guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, pick your poison. Growing up, child of the 80s, child of the 70s, but in my formidable years, 80s and the 90s, it was John Byrne, George Perez, Claremont, Wolfman, and Perez on the Titans, and Byrne and Claremont on the X-Men, and
and Byrne on the Fantastic Four,
Alpha Flight, She-Hulk, Namor. He's probably my biggest writing influence, John Byrne. I really like his continual nod back to the old classic and incorporating it into new things and new twists and new runs on old themes. I really like that, which is, I think, subconsciously what I've done with Pitter Patter, because it's it's my take on the Looney Tunes, and I've said that, so I don't hide from it.
No, there's no reason to hide from it, because it's your take on it, but it's obviously your own. It's unique to you.
Yes.
That's the one thing that's cool. It's not like you're riffing on them and you're ripping them off. You're not doing that. It's completely different. So then Cameron writes, I'm fascinated by this story and creation you all have come up with. 1,000 different directions. I love them all. Cool.
Yep. Excellent.
So yeah, I mean, no, that's really interesting. Now, with Roadkill Rampage, are you planning on doing any more work with that?
Oh yeah, well, issue 2's in production. It's well over halfway done, and I've been working on the script for issue 3. I'm halfway done with that, and that was kind of put on a back burner for the Pitter Patter stuff and the Power Ninja Tune stuff that I told you about earlier that I did with Sean. But once we get closer to the artist being done with issue 2 of Roadkill Rampage, I'll hop back in and finish the script for issue 3, and then we can get started on the actual physical production of the pages for issue 3.
Nice.
It's a 4-page story arc. It's a 4-issue story arc. Get that out. So yeah.
All right.
And then
Nice.
we'll collect it all into a trade and add some extra stuff in it.
Cool. Now, what type of extra stuff would you add? I mean, because some people, you know, it's funny. Like myself as a creator, like that extra stuff, it just doesn't interest me. Like,
now see, I
know some people love it. Some people
not
love
me.
it.
I'm all about the extra stuff. As a matter of fact, we re-released a book that we did 10 years ago, and we were lucky enough to be able to hire the same artist to come back and write a follow-up story to the main story. It was a 6-issue story, and it was beautiful. It turned out very nice. It's a book called Unchained, and the backup story works perfectly, and I absolutely love it. So, I mean, in writing issue 3 of Roadkill Rampage, I came up with a thought, and I can't talk about it because I don't want to give it away.
Right.
But I thought of a way to go back and revisit something in the past. So that's going to be cool. But as far as, you know, adding something to a trade, when I don't really buy floppies anymore unless it's you know, from a Kickstarter.
Right.
But from the big 2 or the big 3, I like the trades because they have the extra stuff. I like the pencil sketches, and I like the samples of the script, and I like, you know, pages that weren't used, penciled pages, in process stuff. I love all that stuff.
Right.
And I just think, for me, if I know there's going to be an extra little 2 to 4 or 5 page additional story in the back, that's here, take my money.
Yeah, I'm sure if it was like, I'm sure it was a lot younger, right? When I was in my teens, I probably would have appreciated it more. Now, because my read pile, I don't know about yours, is huge.
Oh yeah, mine is huge as well.
Yeah.
But I every time I talk to somebody, they're, oh yeah, we love that extra stuff. And I've found that the casual fans who don't really know what they're looking at, they enjoy that in-process stuff a lot more than we do, because what we do to them is magic because they can't do it. And to provide them that extra pill to take, that's even more intoxicating. So then you're almost guaranteed that you're going to get that money as well, because they want to see how it all came to life, and they're going to buy it. Any fringe people, you know, oh well, hell, I got to see it now because boom, 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 this is interesting to me. I want to read it. So, and I'm still a kid, so I love all that extra stuff. Cameron says that's me.
No, what's funny is I'm looking on Facebook, and Nita Lanning, she's saying hello, and I can't see her on my thing here. So what's up, Nita? I can't see you on my feed here because, you know,
Hi, Nita.
I'm not a genius like you guys. So you know what? I got a question here that's funny. Is like, so who is your favorite animal superhero character?
Animal superhero character. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Does Bugs Bunny count?
Well, let's limit it to comic books. How's that go?
Okay,
but
comic
Bugs
books.
Bunny is definitely a superhero.
Okay, comic books. Oh man. Well, is Hellboy an animal?
I don't think so. He's a demon.
You know what I really? Well, he wasn't an animal. I was going to say Amazing Man when I was growing up. Amazing Man was awesome, but he wasn't. He wasn't. Oh man, I'll have to think about that.
Well, I'll give you mine. How does that go?
Okay.
I'll give you mine. Throg.
Throg.
That's Thor Frog.
Thor Frog. See, I was thinking about that. Yeah, that was pretty strong.
Yeah, Throg is my favorite. My wife's is Rocket Raccoon.
Rocket Raccoon. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she has the Shrine of Rocket. You know.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, she has the Shrine of Rocket. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I like Rocket. He's pretty cool. I'm trying to go through my Rolodex of animal superheroes, and I'm kind of drawing a blank, other than the ones that you mentioned.
Yeah, because the only reason it's one of those funny things, right? Where a few years ago, I don't know if you saw the Pet Avengers.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember the guy who came up with it as a colorist. I remember seeing like interviews with him, and everybody in the office said it's such a stupid idea, right? And that's what they told this poor guy. And he did like two limited series, and I always felt, I was like, wow, what a lost opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, because I felt this was excellent material for like a cartoon or whatever. You know, I bought the 2 series, well illustrated. The stories were kind of like, which I understand. You know, it wasn't executed, you know, the way I would have, you know. But you know, they had Lockjaw. They had damn, I forgot Tooth Gnasher and Tooth Grinder. That's Thor's goats.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I think Falcon, and they had Speedball's cat, and they had all these weird, bizarre Marvel, you know, all the bizarre, you know, like this, and they had Throg, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah. They were doing so. I don't even remember what the plot was. I think they were trying to get something from Thanos, you know. So yeah, it was goofy and fun, but it was just in the execution. I thought it could have been a little bit better.
Okay. Yeah. I remember when it came out. I didn't get it. So I might have to go search for it and see if.
You didn't miss anything.
Okay.
some of the artwork is in the first one. The artwork is actually quite nice.
Okay.
The second one, not so much. It was one of those things where it's like my wife castigates me because I like to watch bad movies, right? So like, have you ever seen The Seventh Son?
I don't think I have. No.
Or 47 Ronin with Keanu Reeves.
I have seen that.
Right.
Yes.
So yeah. So you know, it's like the bad movies we love.
Roadhouse.
Right? Roadhouse. There you go. Exactly. Yeah. Patrick Swayze. Who could ever forget?
Yeah. Well, I might get a cup thrown at me. Hang on.
There you go. Exactly. So, but for me, it's like I watch those movies, and I keep telling her, I was like, look, the reason I watch those movies is because I am creating the film I'd like to see in my head.
Yeah.
You know, it says I'm not seeing the same movie you see.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, that is so true because we don't watch movies the same. My wife and I, because I will make comments and she'll be like, "What? Shut up! I'm trying to watch it." But yeah, because I'm studying camera angles and I'm studying lighting and I'm studying pace and foreshadowing and it's homework.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
I mean, it's in essence that's it's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm. I'm sitting there breaking down the story. I'm like, okay, where did this generate from? Where did this originate from? Where did this concept come from originally? Where have I seen this? Where have I done this? Where could improvements be made? And I'm doing all this in my head as I'm watching the film. It's like,
See, I do that, but I word it differently. I say, "Oh Jesus, that's so predictable."
Right.
And then I'll guess what happened. I don't do it out loud, but I like, okay, so he's gonna sleep with his wife, and it's gonna cause this, and that's how we're gonna get to the climactic scene. And I go through all the stages in my head and figure it out.
Because what I'm trying to do is I try to like do that, but I'm also trying to figure out how could it have been done without being so predictable. Yeah, exactly. Right? So it's just like, okay,
what would I have done different?
Right, exactly. Yeah. So it's just one of those weird mental exercises that I run through. So with your Pitter Patter, obviously, you said you got was it you're doing a 4-issue limited series or a 6-issue limited series?
With Pitter Patter, it's an ongoing. Roadkill Rampage is 4 issues.
It's the 4-issue limited series. Okay, cool. Now, what do you think is going to be the frequency on these?
I would like to try to get it out twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a pretty reasonable expectation. As I'm, now I've got 2 issues under my belt. The characters have grown a little bit. That I've tweaked them here and there, and it's this they've just evolved as I've gotten better drawing them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I just yeah.
All right. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's really cool. All right. Nice. All right. We've been at this for a little while, so we're coming close to the end. Like I've done before in the past. Like we're coming close to the end, but we're not there just yet. I got a bunch of goofy questions for you first before.
All right.
Before I can let you go. But before then, let everybody know where they can find you and your work.
I am on Facebook at The Art of Rodney Fyke, and also Rodney Fyke's personal page. You can find me on Instagram at Rodney_Fyke. That's FYKE. And I am on Twitch as well. Also the Hasm YouTube channel. That's HAZZUM. All the episodes of Thursday Night Throwdown or Friday Night Draw are on there, as well as my morning streams. I do a morning stream Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. where I'm working on commissions or other artwork, and I usually go for about 35 minutes. And again, the Thursday night, Friday night Throwdown, Friday Night Draw that I do with Sean Forney, 8 o'clock Eastern on my Art of Rodney Fyke and the Hasm YouTube channel is where you can find that on one night, and then the other night it's on Sean Forney's platforms. So Sean Forney, he just changed his name. It's Sean Forney Art. Help me, Sean. Help me, Sean. And then he's got a Sean Forney Instagram page as well. So yeah, we bounce back and forth each week.
Nice. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Now, is there anything you wanted to discuss, or a question you wanted me to ask that we didn't discuss, or maybe I didn't ask?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we covered it.
Right, cool.
But we can go to the Kickstarter for all of you out there.
Actually, let me see if let me see if I can pull it up for you.
Okay.
Because then we can run through it. Sometimes, I get involved in these conversations, right?
Right.
And I forget. Hey, we can pull up the Kickstarter. So sometimes I'm just a horrible host.
It's okay. It's all right.
Yeah. Nice. I'm almost there, I swear. There we go. All right, cool. All right, nice. All right, cool. So you got 28 days left. You got 21 backers. You got $711.
Sweet.
Nice. Yeah,
we cracked the 700 mark while we were on your show. That's great.
Nice, good. All right. Okay. So I don't know if you want to walk as I scroll through this. If you want to just walk me through.
Yeah, that's right. There's some of sample work from issue 1. Where they're talking about the little cat bites here that they have. Whether or not they're spicy or
nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that section there was just some samples of some of the artwork. That's also from issue 1 there. And then,
is that a buddy or is that like a plaything?
That is that's what the issue's about. That's Dude is the gray cat, and that's Dude's new friend Dizzy, the spinner mouse. And they're buddies having a discussion with Dude about whether or not this guy has his best interest at heart, if he's really on the up and up, or he's somebody that can be trusted and allowed into the inner circle. This dude doesn't realize that it's just a plastic toy.
Right.
So, yeah, it's kind of a running gag all through the issue.
Gotcha. Nice. Now, what's up with the butterfly?
That's the first page of issue 1, where dude's looking out the window. He's always fascinated by the outside world, and you know, being a shelter cat, he has no experience from the outside world, so he doesn't realize that all of the dangers that exist in the outside world. He just thinks everything's brightly colored and pretty. So that illustrates, you know, how brightly colored and pretty the outside world can be.
Gotcha. Now, what's up with the worm with the cape?
Just something stupid I thought would be funny to throw in.
Gotcha. Okay.
So people like you would ask questions like that.
You know, where the super wormy come from?
I mean, it's actually, you know, where it came from was I was doing the little squigglies in the bushes, and I decided, let's do somebody on the windowsill.
Okay, cool.
And I gave him a cape as a goof.
Nice. Maybe the next issue you show him flying by.
You know what? That's kind of why I put him there, because he could be my running gag. I'll just throw him in. Nice. So they're standing in front of the refrigerator, sampling from the buffet, and they're talking about where all the pretty things go at night. And there's me on my face on the missing on the milk carton.
Right. Nice. Cool. You run out of milk?
Well, that's him on the outside. He's talking about he didn't know where to find any milk. So he's talking about how horrible it was.
Cool.
And this here is part of the backup story, where they play a game called Name That Sound. It doesn't end well for one of them.
Okay,
Those are my turnarounds. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so what's this?
This is just some production stuff we thought would be cool to throw in. Those are the characters for the backup story for issue 1. Or issue... No, that's issue 1. Yeah, that's Jimmy Scams at the top. Then that's Squeaks and Otis at the bottom. So you've got in the background, you've got the thumbnails, and then you've got the script laid over on top of that, and then the 3 characters on top of that.
Nice. Got some layouts.
And those are the breakdowns of the pencils for that story.
And I guess this is
that. If you want to play that is the audio that's me talking out the story. That's me writing. Remember, I told you that I'd speak into the phone. That's it. It's a minute 36 seconds if you want to listen to it.
All right, cool. Let's play that. So this is your process.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it works. And then what's funny is that was on my phone and I forgot it was there. And I found it and I played it for Tina and she was like, "Oh my God, we got to use it. I didn't know you had this."
Right.
I forgot I had it.
So hold on, let me get back to that page because I'm like all in control of it. So all right, so here are your rewards.
Yes.
The different levels. So you got well, walk me through it. What do you got? You got Scruffy Cat 1 and 2
The Scruffy Cat, which is the PDFs for $6, and then you have the Stray Cat, which is just issue 1. Early Cat is Early Bird gets a worm, so in this case you get both issues.
Nice.
That price is good through Sunday the 11th. And then after that, you get the first 2 issues for $15. So you save $3 if you buy it before the end of Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the Retro Cat variant cover, which is a cover that I did, which is an homage to the Batman #9 cover from 1942.
Nice.
And then down below we have the House Cat, which is Sean Forney's alternate cover, variant cover, with Kitty. Kitty is the guy who owns the cats. They call him the big doughy one, which is in a sense is me. That's his girl, Kitty. So that's going to be a running gag in future issues because she's always running around in a half tee and short shorts, and the guys are going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs over her.
Nice.
And then we have the Outside Cat, which is a variant cover by Nate Lovett, who will be doing the backup story in issue 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Store Cat is anybody store anything is interested in buying a book for the stores. You get 5 copies of each issue for $30. Cool. So you're paying what you would pay, so you can resell them. And then the Artistic Cat is if you want a commission by me, 6x9 color commission for $75, which is a really good price.
Nice.
And then for $75, you can get the whole kit and caboodle, which includes the stickers, the trading cards, the enamel pen, all 5 variant covers. Nice. Yeah, all of it for $75.
So we have an add-on menu.
Yeah, there's the add-ons. You get the trading cards, the enamel pen. You get the Sitting Pretty stickers. You get each individual variant cover if you want, or you can get the entire set of mini prints of all of the covers. Then our stretch goals down at the bottom. We have at 50 backers. You get a copy of a PDF of Scarlet Huntress, the Sean and Stephanie Forney book. At 100 backers, you get another trading card, and 150 backers, we get the Yoga Cat sticker, which is a pretty cool image of Buddy and Dude. $1,500, you get. We'll insert the story by Sean in the back of issue 1, and at $2,000 is the window cling that we'll be doing of Chippy the squirrel. And you'll understand about him once you read issue 2. And then at $2,500, we get the magnet, and I want my magnet. So let's make it happen.
Yep. I trust me. I know how that feels. And then we have the crew. So we have you, Rodney.
Yep. Myself, Dave Lentz is the letterer and graphic designer. Sean Forney is the variant cover and the backup story for issue 1. Nate Levitt is the variant cover and the backup story for issue 2, or for issue 3. I'm sorry. And then Casey Pierce is our editor.
Oh, cool.
CEO of Red Pen Media, and she also edits for Source Point Press.
Okay, nice.
And then Hasm Productions is Tina and I.
Cool. Oh, these are your kitties. Nice.
And then there are the cats. Sherman is at the top looking out the window. Bean is the gray cat, and Alice is the other white cat.
Nice. All right.
There you go. So
all right, cool.
Pretty much covers everything.
Yeah, nice. So please, everybody, go on the page. It's all here. It's got another 28 days, but get it now, right?
Right. Get in early.
Yeah, get it early. Exactly. Get it now. So and because then you can push up on those stretch goals.
Yes.
Those are important.
Absolutely.
All right, cool. So let's pull that up. All right, nice. All right, cool. I like that. So now we're gonna move on to some of my goofy questions. So I think I think I might have had. Did we do that? Because it's been a while.
Yes, we did.
Do these. Okay,
I love these questions. These are fun.
All right, so we'll I'll hit you up with the basic one. First, so if you could have a guest artist, right, draw a cover for you, who would you get? Living or dead? Don't worry about budget.
Living or dead. It's a toss-up between okay, let's do it this way. Dead, Chuck Jones. Alive, nice. Oscar Martin.
Oh yes, Oscar Martin. Yes,
I love some Oscar Martin.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know about some Oscar Martin,
go find out.
Yes, he's amazing.
Yeah. Solo, yeah. I've been tempted to just text him like, hey, what do you charge for a cover? And I'm like, I don't want to do that because when I get that number, I'm gonna be like, damn it.
Yeah. Like, oh, why'd I ask? How about
exactly. Right. Yeah, it's like a little bit outside my budget at the moment.
Yes.
I'll get back to you. Yeah. So Oscar Martin, his stuff is incredible, beautiful stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
Nice. All right, good answer. I like that one. That's nice. So, if you got the golden ticket and they called you up to Marvel or DC, well, I shouldn't say Marvel, any of the big companies, Marvel, DC, Image, Dark Horse, doesn't matter. These crazy properties, and they said, Rodney, here's the key to the city. Which book would you pick to write? And then, if you wanted to illustrate one, which one would you illustrate?
The Avengers.
Okay, for which one? Writing, illustrating, both?
Both. Okay. The Avengers have been my book since I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
I've always loved it. I've always stuck with it through thick and thin. Bad artists, good artists, bad writers, good writers.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're all of my favorite characters: Captain America, Iron Man, Hawkeye, Thor, Yellow Jacket, Hank Pym.
Mm-hmm.
And his struggles and what he went through and different identities and trying to find himself and just all of that stuff. It was all very relatable to me. I love Spider-Man too. But Spider-Man came and went. I always bought the Avengers no matter what. So it would be the Avengers.
All right, cool. That's cool. All right. So let's start with our comparatives. So,
okay.
Let's do this. Here we go. Superman or Batman?
Batman.
Okay. Disney, Pixar, or anime?
Disney, Pixar.
Okay. Cool. Kirk or Picard?
Picard.
Okay. Some of these will come with why. So
okay.
Hulk Hogan or Ric Flair?
I would have to say Ric Flair.
Why?
Because not only is he funny and incredibly obnoxious, but he's so unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
He was always unpredictable. You kind of knew what you were going to get with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
But Ric Flair was a wild card.
Mm-hmm.
And just the over the top ridiculousness. I mean, he, if you know anything about his personal life, he bought into who he was, the character that he played,
mm-hmm.
at great cost to himself.
Right.
So yeah, and I love tragic characters.
Mm.
So he epitomizes the tragic character.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'd have to say Ric Flair.
Yeah, I got a quick Ric Flair story. I remember one time I saw him at a show, at a convention. I was just walking by. I wasn't online. I wasn't stopping to say hello. Nothing. Just walking by, and he's there, and he was greeting his fans or a couple of fans at the same time. And I had never seen a man be so happy to do it. I mean, like the dude seemed, maybe he was part of his act or whatever, who knows, but he seemed genuinely happy to see these people.
Yeah.
Like he was like not just to see them, but to see all his fans. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and I think that's the cool thing for guys like us that get to do what we do, especially in the morning before the show opens,
right,
and in the evenings when the show's closed. We kind of get those little glimpses behind the curtain of how these people really are when the lights aren't on.
right.
And those are some of the favorite moments for me. And yeah, you do get to see that, and I agree with you. That is when they live up to your want and your need of what you want to get from them. That's twice as rewarding.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm a big MMA fan, right?
Yeah. Oh,
so but it's incredible to hear the crowds, when they have the auditoriums and everybody's wooing like Ric Flair.
oh, that's really bad here in Cincinnati. During Reds games, that they've actually had the announcers say on the radio to stop doing that because because it was interfering with them being able to call the game. Of course, saying that made it worse.
Right, because they're not going to stop.
Exactly, and they're all drunk. So 4 innings in, they've had 6 of 7 beers, and they're just they're doing their best Ric Flair, and it reverberates through the stadium. So
yep, and once you got one guy doing it, it's like 50 other guys that start.
Yep. It's like the wave, the vocal wave.
yeah. This is from Carlos Rafael. What's up, Carlos? It says, I met Ric Flair at a Charlotte airport. He was in a hurry, was still very respectful with those who recognized him, and he walked with the king. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know how old he is, but I'm pretty sure he's in his 70s by this point.
Yeah, he's. I would say, yeah.
Mike Jimmy says those pre-shows, after shows are always awesome. What's up, Mike? I'll see you tomorrow morning or tomorrow.
Hi, Mike.
Yeah. No, what's funny is I'm interviewing Mike tomorrow at 2 p.m.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So this is like, because he's in Europe.
Okay.
So he's 6 hours ahead of us. So this would be 5:30 in the morning for him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what does Mike do? Real quick.
No, he's an artist. He has a book on Indiegogo called Cora.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Cool.
Very nice looking book. I'll be talking to Mr. Mike tomorrow.
I'll have to hop on there and listen to you guys.
Yeah. All right. So hold on. Let's keep going. Harry Potter or Narnia? I don't know if I asked you this question. Some of these I might have asked you before.
This is gonna get me in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Can I say either?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's fair enough.
I'm not. I don't feel any of those. Nothing against them. I've just. I'd rather watch Star Wars or read comics.
All right, so here we go. Doctor Strange or John Constantine?
Man. I'm going to say John Constantine because as a writer, and that's a Vertigo book, right? Wasn't that a Vertigo book? I would be allowed to go more adult themed with it, which with those subjects, I would want to be able to jump into that deep into the pool of the adult themes. Yeah. So John Constantine.
It's weird the way. All right. So Mike says, "Yep, 5:30. I'm going to my side job today, so it's a busy day. Definitely looking forward to tonight."
Sweet.
All right, cool. Yeah. Good luck on your day job, Jimmy. I know how it is.
We all do.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, it's like Luke Skywalker or Batman?
Batman.
Okay. All right.
And can I give you my why?
Go ahead. Yes, give me your why.
Because as much as I love Luke Skywalker,
Mhm.
when you sit down and you boil away all the fat on that character, he ran away and hid on an island
Mhm.
instead of fighting through it, confronting it, and facing it. Now we'll never know, the in-between stories because they decided not to let us in on that.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other can of worms.
Yes.
But yeah, Batman has always faced his demons
Mhm.
head on and never ran from anything. And Luke ran from it, which is always a bone of contention with me.
Okay. Cool. The Fifth Element or Stargate?
Fifth Element.
Oh yeah.
I love that movie. That is so. That is a movie that whenever I find it on AMC or whatever, it stays and I watch it. It is so underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Just a great.
Definitely.
Chris Tucker's best role.
I was hating Chris Tucker all the way up to the point where Bruce Willis grabbed him by his throat and lifted him in the air. And then I was like, yeah, that's a good Chris Tucker moment. I just found the character extremely annoying. It's nothing against Chris Tucker.
Oh yeah, but I mean that was kind of the point. He was just an obnoxious radio host, and everybody hates the obnoxious radio host.
No, he played him to a T. I was just like, he had him down pat. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
All right, let me hit you up. I'll hit you up with a couple more of these, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
All right. Burn or Perez?
Burn.
Okay.
Easy.
All right, fair enough. Predator or Alien?
I'm gonna have to say, oh man, that's a good one. I love them both. I'm gonna say Alien.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot more potential there.
Okay.
A deeper, richer backstory. I think. I don't think they've really done it much justice since Cameron did it, but Prometheus was okay. But yeah, as a franchise, and the potential that each franchise has, I would say Aliens.
All right, cool. You know what? Here we go. This one is interesting because you've done both. So Comic-Cons or crowdfunding?
I like the Comic-Cons. I love I love shows. I'm at that age where I'm getting to that age where the body's just kind of doesn't want to do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But if I could jump in the Wayback Machine and be a 20-year-old man again, I'd be at a show every weekend. I love them. I love the vibe. I love the energy. I love being around other creative people, hanging out afterwards, and, just vibing off of each other. Love it.
Cool. We'll end it on this. Frank Miller or Alan Moore?
Frank Miller.
Okay, why?
I think Alan's too pretentious.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Frank is who Frank is.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't argue with his body of work. I mean, that's not to belittle,
Oh
Alan
no, of course not.
Anyway, but
no.
I'd have Frank every day.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Because it's funny, the way I rate that is I rate it like whose work I enjoy the most.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm saying pure enjoyment. Not like Watchmen is one of those things that you can read, but I don't ever find myself enjoying it. But it's very interesting.
Yeah.
You understand? But I can't say I enjoy it. Whereas like the stuff Frank did on Daredevil, Dark Knight, you know, Sin City, that stuff I enjoy. You know, so yeah, it's a little weird.
Well, and I agree with that 100%. And for me, the thing with Frank Miller is everything he has done. He has punched you in the mouth, and it has been a roller coaster ride, and you enjoyed it from the time you were going up to the hill to the time you were pulling into the station. You were like, damn, what just happened? Can I get some more?
Yep.
And I mean, Sin City, Daredevil, Batman, you know, Elektra. It's just everything was that way. So,
yeah. No, I'm a huge fan. All right, cool. Rodney, we made it to the end.
Yes.
We did it again. There
Excellent.
we go. Yeah. So
thank
do
you
me a
so
favor.
much for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Listen, man, you know how I feel. You know how I am. Anytime. But one more time, where can people find you and your work? They
can find me at Tasm.com. That is the home base of all that we do. Rodney Fyke on Rodney_Fyke on Instagram. The Art of Rodney Fyke on Facebook. And the Rodney Fyke Facebook page. Hasm YouTube channel. That's HAZZUM. YouTube channel has all of the shows backlogged. Friday night, Thursday night throwdown, or Friday nights are all 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursdays and Fridays. And then I stream every morning at 11 o'clock on the Art of Rodney Fyke and Rodney Fyke on Twitch. And I do a 30 to 40 minute sketch, work on commissions or whatever, and just talk nerdy stuff while we're doing it.
All right, cool. Well, I'm JD Calderon. I'm your host. You can find me here on Indy Comics Explained on YouTube and on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all and DeviantArt under JD Calderon. And don't forget, I have a Kickstarter running for the Oswald Chronicles, where
it's a great book, guys. If you haven't read it, start reading it. It's phenomenal.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm trying. That's all I can say. I'm trying.
Well, you're succeeding. I love that book.
All right. Thank you. So thank you, everybody, for showing up. Please hit like, hit subscribe, share out the video, and let everybody know we're here. I'll be talking to you soon. Have a good night.